And welcome back to Latasha Hewitt Homes. On this channel, we talk about all things home and life. And today we're gonna do a little bit of home maintenance, specifically in the kitchen. It's time for a nice little refrigerator cleanup and wipe down. If you're interested in seeing what I do, stay tuned. Guys, as I said, it's time to clean out this refrigerator, and I'm doing this now because this is grocery day, and I like to do the cleaning of things like this where our food is stored before I actually fill it up with things. It makes it easier to like take everything out, wipe it down, and then when I go to the grocery store, I'll be able to put the items into a nice clean refrigerator. This is something I typically want to do probably monthly or as needed, but it's definitely been a while. So let's clean out this refrigerator together. Of course, first, let's show you what we're working with. Okay, so the outside of the refrigerator looks pretty good. I mean, of course, you have a few streaks because of things spilling, but you know, when we have the cleaner, she gives it a nice little wipe down. So on the outside, everything looks nice and peachy. But when we open it up, dun, 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 dun. So here's a series of things. I actually did throw out some things this morning before I started, but we're going to definitely tackle these trays. I mean, this in particular has gotten out of hand. Maybe throw away some of those packets, assess what we're using, not using, throw some of those items out. But most importantly, what I want to do is kind of like wipe down. Look at that, guys. This is like disgusting. You know, food spills here and there, and you know, no one's like wiping it up. You know, we'll get to it later, and then it just accumulates. So that's really the main objective, is to just give this nice clean wipe down, not only up there in the refrigerator, but also the freezer portion. So let's get started. All right, guys. So you know me, I don't like to spend a whole lot of time cleaning. I like clean things, but I don't like it taking up my day. So my method, like everything else, is to just go ahead and take everything out. Give me a clean slate that I can actually wipe down and clean, and then we'll put things back and discard the things that just don't need to go back in the refrigerator. That's what we're about to do. So let's go ahead and get started. So everything is out of the refrigerator section. We cleaned out the sides here. Took a couple of the trays out because it's going to be easier to clean those. Actually, we probably take all of these out just to clean them, because see how that. So this is what we're dealing with. You know, so look how dirty that is. And spills and other things. So there's no longer any food items and whatnot to. Oh, it's been open too long. To kind of camouflage the dirt. So now we have to just address it. So here's our before. Now let's go ahead and do the wipe down, and then we'll sort through the items. Okay, but actually before that, here is everything that I've taken out of the refrigerator. Here are the two little trays that we're going to sort through. Probably get rid of a lot of those condiments. And anything that we don't know how long it's been in the refrigerator, and doesn't have an expiration date, we're going to get rid of. And here's the other section. So now let's get to the wash. Okay, so this is soapy water. I got a brand new sponge. I just put a little Dawn soap. I also put a little Fabuloso because I love the smell. I know it's not the best. So it's nice and hot. I'm going to take this over and start our wipe down. Okay guys, so I forgot I do want to kind of spray it down a little bit first to kind of loosen up some of the like baked in type stuff, so that when I come with my soapy sponge, I don't have a lot or too much work to do. So just loosening up some of those dried in stains with a little Lysol bleach. Now these, of course, I could take out. I don't think they're that filthy. Of course, this refrigerator is tired of me saying, close me. You're ruining my items. These drawers, to me, I mean, I would ideally love for them to come out, but I just don't see how that works properly with these things anymore. So, to me, it's not worth the hassle. All right, there we go. So I'll spray down. Now we're going to come back with our sponge and soapy water. Now that we've done wiping everything down, it's time to go through with a little paper towel just so we can properly clean the wet surface. Get all the streaks away. This looks so much better. Of course, the light is off because I've had the refrigerator open for some time with the cleaning. But yeah, see that? Marked improvement. I want to forget the back of the, there's the beeping. Okay. This lower level, white down. The drawers are always the hardest, and it's hard to get them out, and it always seems to be some crevice where things slip, but you can't get to. I hate that. That's one thing I hate about cleaning the refrigerator. It's like I was trying to go from underneath, I was trying to go from above, and I just cannot see how to get to those items. And I mean, I could take it all the way out, but see how I'd have to take this out. I mean, it's a puzzle. So if I took this up, okay. All right, Tosh. And then I took this out. Ah. But the question is, I still don't know how to get to this area here. See that? We'll try, but at least it allows us to wipe down that bottom area. Let's take our sponge back over there. And just wipe down this area here. Couldn't get to previously. So that is a good thing. So it's like a puzzle. So if you take that off, then you can get over here. So glad I did that. Just continuing to wipe down this. And I don't know if that same thing will work over here. Just gotta go to the side. Okay. All right, Tosh. It's not too bad. And we'll just do the same thing. Wipe down this area here. I was trying to do a lazy clean, y'all, but it wouldn't let me. So then we'll make sure we wipe those drawers down and put them back in. So I just went ahead and took all of the little trays and stuff out. I figured just to make sure it's easier to just wash these in the sink. That's what I'm doing, washing these in the sink just to make sure we get all those crevices that kind of make it difficult when it's in the refrigerator. And this is a funny thing. I guess because I didn't do this initially when I got it, there's still, those who remember when I first got the new refrigerator, there's still some of that plastic that I'm finding on some of these parts. Because that thing was wrapped, boy. So we're just rinsing these out off. I still, those drawers still have like these secret little crevices in them where things can get to, but you can't get to like with a cloth. So that's the tray. So like right here, I can't, like, even though I even see that liquid there, I can't get to it. See, it's like this little thin line. Once again, here's that additional plastic. So, I mean, I was looking for like a little place to open it, and I'm not seeing it, y'all. So, we'll do the best we can. And hopefully the water kind of gets in there and washes it out. Whichever way it's getting in there, we'll just see if we can create a little sloshing for it to come out. Come out, come out. I might be able to use this to kind of get, oh, that might work, y'all. That might work. So I'm just using spray. Not seeing much movement with the items, so they're in there. All right. Okay, we're gonna finish the rest of these, and then we're gonna start moving items back in. We'll save the sides for last. To hurry up because I have a little call in the middle of all of this. I'll hop back into it. Let's keep it nasty. All right, guys, we're going to also kind of, I think I recently wiped these out. These don't look bad at all. And I actually sent this one to the dishwasher. So we're going to start putting things back into the refrigerator in the main parts, and then we'll put those other items back here. So it looks pretty good, right? I'm happy with how clean it looks. It always starts that way, right? And so now we're going to start assessing what we're putting back into the refrigerator. I definitely want to deal with the absolutes and the larger items. So this is some mango nectar. So the funny thing is about this juice, I mean, we don't even drink it like that, but I had a few people over for my birthday, and my husband just bought a lot of juice. So we're still, my birthday was almost a month ago. We're still working on the juice that he bought, because we don't really drink a whole lot of juice, and this is another one of those. So I usually don't like to lay things down because then it'll drip. But I also feel like there's such dead space here when you don't put these things to use. So we'll see. We'll see how this works out. We're also going, a lot of this is stuff that goes on the side. We have our good old tomatoes from Costco. So cute. They're so cute. So we're going to be using those. Usually I put all of that in the drawer, but for now we're going to put that right there. Definitely have our salad. So we're going to put those together because we typically have those together. Once again, I'm trying to like use up all the dead space, you know? We have some leftover sauce. Oh, wow. Let's wipe that down. I don't like to see dirty drawers. So some of my favorite sauce, healthier sauce, also got, I think, like a 2-pack of this from like Costco. So we use this for anything like pizza to some type of pasta. So I just don't like things looking dirty in the fridge. So this is some leftover. So I typically do keep it in the jar. I guess I could put that in a smaller container, but for right now, I'll keep them in the jar. This is some leftover rice, which I don't think is worthy of going back in there because it's almost done. These are some strawberries. Yeah, it's time for a new batch. So we're just gonna throw this out. I definitely use this like preserve the strawberries, like using the glass and a paper towel, washing them with a little baking soda and water, and just getting all that grime off of them, putting the paper towel and cutting the strawberries and putting them here in the glass, and it lasts so much longer than just leaving them in the plastic. So I know people have heard of that hack, but it definitely works. So if anybody is thinking about it, definitely do it. Okay, so then we have all these little cartons of stuff. We're not going to put the spaghetti back in there. There's just leftover from something I had made. These things, my daughter, she wanted to make all of these Starbucks inspired drinks, but with decaf. So she mixed up the decaf. And I don't even know if she's going to really drink these. I just feel like the stuff is just sitting in my refrigerator. This is some sorrel. I think this is as well. So these are the hubby's drink faves. So we'll work through those, and then we can have a, I might pour this in there just so we have one less bottle. Less is more. All right, guys, so we're going to sort through all this stuff and give me an update on where we are. Okay, so I just put up these shelves back here. So we're gonna actually start filling these. These are also some leftover drinks my husband had bought from the party. So we typically put the drinks up here, like if we have canned items or any like drink bottles. Put that there. And then down here, where we typically put like sauces, like of course something skinny needs to fit over there. So any of our dressings, things like that, we put over there. Marinades, so we keep that here. Kaden loves this no sugar barbecue sauce, so we have that there. This is some lemon flavor. Actually, I think I prefer that over in the corner. I don't use it as frequently, so we can put that over in the corner. And then that's pretty much done over here. We usually put some of our larger condiments. Actually, I don't think that's gonna work because we have a small tray. So I have to, yes, there's another one over here. Still have to dry that off. This is another tray. I need to put that up there. So just gonna wipe this down real quick. nice and dry. So this is how we kind of pretty much put all of these up. So we definitely have to have one that's gives you a little bit more height to put taller items on the side. So that's where we put the larger, oh, let me put this sorrel back in there. I did combine it. So this is where we put the taller condiments. Here's like our duck sauce, which is pretty tall. My husband loves to use this for his stir fry. Although I wouldn't mind it being up here, because we don't use it that often. Parmesan. The other reason I like to clean out the fridge, particularly before going to the grocery store, is it lets you kind of know what you need to get, like what's missing. Like, I love this plant-based mayo. It's almost done, so now I kind of know to put that on my list to get some more. Same thing with this jelly. It's almost like barely anything in here. We'll still use this, but I need to put that on the list of things to get. And then these are like more of the sauces. So I'm gonna put like all the sauce stuff together so that it's also easier. Chick-fil-A sauce, we'll put that down here with those condiments. I know this refrigerator is tired of me. A1 sauce. Got some soy sauce. Put all that stuff up there. These are not things we use all the time. So I feel like with like, we need to do these things that make sense. And this is another reason why I like to clean out the refrigerator periodically, is because people will just start putting things back anywhere that it fits, and not that it necessarily is in any particular fashion. So this kind of helps me regulate that. And I can be the refrigerator police. Like, why is it there? Put the salsa here. Almost done with that. Need more salsa. And then we have this creamer, which I'm kind of just using hot chocolate because, and we have the real lemon juice. Once again, to me, these are not things that we use that often. These are a little bit more frequent. So those are there. I definitely have the lime juice, put the kind of lemon and lime juice stuff together. What else we got? We also have some of this bouillon, some of the best, better than bouillon. This thing goes in a lot of great stuff, from gravies to like even putting some things in your like vegetables if you want some extra seasoning just in the water, and then you don't have to season them at all. My mom put me onto this, so this is kind of cool. So let's put this up here though. Okay, if we can fit it in there. Yeah. Don't want things too tight because then we don't know how to put them back together. All right, so that one's pretty much full to capacity. We've made a lot of progress on the counter. These things will go in the drawer or out. But let's tackle these smaller little bins over here, the condiments that we want to get rid of. Oh, before we do that, we may as well go ahead and put this back in the drawer. I typically put these things, I move things around based on how we're currently using things. See, some residual stuff got from taking out that drawer. So we just gotta come in and wipe this. So yeah, so lately we've been adding the yogurt here. Yogurts tend to be shallow, so it kind of fits pretty good in here. And also our eggs, which I do need to get more eggs. That's why this is empty. Once again, building my grocery list as I clean. And sometimes I just put the yogurt loose in here, because one of the things I think I want to do, all right, let's close this. Let's close this. The refrigerator's yelling at us. One of the reasons why I got these smaller bins is to hold the smaller items like this that I just don't want scattered throughout. So we have our spread. We have some plant-based eggs, some heavy whipping cream, and we also have some cream cheese. So like kind of putting all of these together keeps them from kind of getting spread throughout the refrigerator. So we already said that this is going to be washed, so we can move this out of the running, going back in. And so yeah, so putting this in the bin makes it kind of easier to like stick it in the fridge. Oops, even after all that, I left that open. And so we could probably put this down here. So that way you need something you kind of put out, put it back in, and it helps keep things in order. Okay, now for real this time, let's look at what we have in here. So this is just kind of like our condiments depot. I'm really just going to get rid of this stuff. Like, we don't use it. Some of this is left over from pizza, from the party. We don't eat fast food enough to keep these things. Sometimes mayo, you're like, oh man, I need some mayo, we ran out. So sometimes I keep those for that kind of situation where, oh, I need a sandwich. But some of these condiments that you pick up from eating out different places and you think you're going to use them again, you usually don't. So we're not keeping all of this. I may keep some of the Chick-fil-A mayo, just because it's not bad mayo, but you know, we definitely don't need all of this stuff. And I just like this kind of dipping thing sometimes when you're on the go. But everything else we're just gonna get rid of. You know, we don't need this. I mean, how much soy sauce can one person really have, right? So I'm just gonna dump all of this in the trash can right now. See, I can do this when nobody else is home because nobody can talk me out of it. In the trash it goes. Along with the other stuff. Ta-da! We'll wipe this out and put it back in. All right, guys, let's see our new and improved clean refrigerator. Oh, so here's what we've done. We really got rid of all of the other condiments, the miniature ones. So we just have a couple of mayonnaise, well, 3 packs of mayonnaise ketchup. We have some condensed sweet milk. That's all that's up here. Here are all of our sauces and things that kind of go with meal preparation. These are the condiments we use on more of a regular basis. Some juice here, all in the same section. I still don't like that dead space back there. We'll figure that out when we bring in more groceries. Here's where we're housing some of the smaller items in the fridge, some related items together, the lettuce and the tomatoes, some Greek yogurt there. Here we have our drink section and more of our dressings and other sauces. In the drawer, this is kind of our vegetable drawer. This is what we have so far before we go grocery shopping. This is kind of where we keep, it's kind of like dairy, although of course tofu is not dairy, but this is also where I keep my tofu. So cheese and butter and stuff goes here. Yogurt and eggs go down here. And that's about it. So now we kind of have a pretty clean slate for going grocery shopping today. And I love it because now when I bring in the groceries, I can put them in the fridge in their appropriate place. And we have room for them. We don't have to move a bunch of things around. And we've gotten rid of a lot of the stuff that needed to be thrown out. And also we were able to create our shopping list of some of the things that we need. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Oh, yeah, so we are going to do the freezer. But your girl has things to do, so we're going to do that another day. We have not forgotten about it, but this is a great start. Thank you for cleaning my refrigerator with me. Let me know your routine for cleaning the refrigerator. Let me close this so we can stop beeping. how often you do it, how you like to organize your. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for cleaning my refrigerator out with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one. Also, I wanted to tell you guys, do you see this blue tape? Those of you who know, this brown kitchen is about to go away. Bye-bye, bye-bye. So we'll share more on that in a later video, but the process has started. We have a little ways to go, but we got tape up, right? All right, once again, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.